Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we'll be making this beautiful gown that has front plaits and a bow on the front bodice, and I'm just going to go ahead and I just marked a straight line to serve as our starting point, and from there I am going down by 6 inches. So this is not our armhole measurement. I'm just going down for 6 inches for the yoke. If you look at the style, you see that it has a yoke. So once I connect that line, I'm going to go ahead and mark half of my shoulder measurement, and I'll go ahead and connect that line, and I'll also connect it to meet our yoke line. So once I am done with that, we're going to go ahead and insert our neck measurement, and for this I'm doing 3 inches by 3 inches, and this what we are marking now is just for our front bodice. We are going to use it to cut out our back bodice afterwards. And I'll go ahead and mark 1 inch for our shoulder slope, and I'll connect it to the starting point. So we're going to go curve our armhole once we connect this to our bodice as we go on to the video. Just like I said, this is just for the yoke. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, if this is your first time of stopping by, thank you for stopping by. Please do where to hit on the subscribe button, and to my old subscribers, I say thank you very much for all your support. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share my videos to family and friends. So I'm just transferring this to another pattern so that we'll be able to cut out our back bodice. As you can see, I added 1 inch allowance for zipper, and for the neckline I went down by 1.5 inches for the back neckline. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this to our fabric, and I'm adding half inch all around, or half inch stitching allowance all around on this. And I'll repeat the same thing for the back bodies as well. So this is for the lower side of the fabric after taking out our yoke. So what I have is my bust measurement divided by 4. The fabric is folded into 2, so I'm cutting the front and the back separately. So my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 5 inches, then plus 1 inch allowance for stitching. So for the back one, you add extra 1 inch for your zipper. So this is for the front, and then for the back, and I added 2 inches allowance to hem this and also to attach it to the yoke. I just hope you understand what I am trying to say. So this is for our yoke. I've gone ahead to cut out all the necessary pieces that I have, and I also cut out my lining. And as you know, in this channel I use the same fabric for my lining. So we are going to be doing front facing front for this, and I'm going to go ahead and start pinning this on the neckline. I just feel that the fabric I'm using is too busy. The design is too busy. I don't know why at the end of the video the style didn't really show in the camera, though when you see it physically you will see the style very well, but in the camera it seems like this fabric is too busy. Anyway, I can't change it. I've started it already, so I'll go ahead and then stitch on the 2 necklines and also the back one. Once I am done stitching it, I will go ahead and take out all my pins and then make notches around the neckline before turning it to the right side. If you have means of ironing, please do well to go ahead and iron all your pieces at this point. So we are going to go ahead and work on our shoulder, and as usual we are doing front facing front, and I'm going to work on one shoulder first. So you pick up your shoulder and you're going to open it up the way you see me do, making sure that your 2 neck seam line is matching. You pin that place first, and then you start pinning every side of the shoulder. Once you are done pinning that, you are going to go to your sewing machine and stitch it down, and you will do the same thing for the other shoulder. So this is it after I was done. You can see the shoulder is well tucked in, and there's no sorry for the break, there is no seam area showing. So we're going to bring in our fabric, the lower side of the fabric, to attach it to the yoke. And what I did is just to turn it to the right side. And then this is for the front bodies. I'm going to go ahead and fold it into two, and then make notch at the center of the fabric. And I'll do the same thing for the bodies as well. I'll fold it into two and then make notch at the center of it. Once I am done with this, I'm going to go ahead and attach these two centers together. And once I am done pinning it down, I'm going to go ahead at the end of the yoke. I'm leaving out about 1 inch or 1.5 inches away from the yoke. That's the fabric I am placing now. I have an excess of 1.5 inches. That is the fabric is bigger or wider than the yoke by 1.5 inches at that same side. You're going to see what I mean as we go on with the video. So you see it here, the yoke is shorter than the fabric by 1.5 inches. So we're going to go ahead and plait this into the fabric, into the yoke. And what I'm going to do here is to make sure I pay attention to that notch we made at the center, and I'm going to go ahead and plait this. You see the way I am plaiting towards the notch we made at the center. That's how you're going to do this. So at the right side, you're going to plait it to meet the center, and then from the left side, you're going to plait it to meet the right side. And what I am plaiting there is about 2 inches. So you want to plait as big as possible so that by the time you are done with the style, that plait is very visible to give the style what you want. So once I plait it, I'm going to go ahead and pin this down. And I'll use my fabric as well to cover it back, and then just like we did before, front facing front, and I'll pin it down before going to my sewing machine to stitch it all the way from one side to the other. And I will do the same thing for the back. And for the back, you are going to plait towards the zipper area, so that by the time you attach your zipper, the plate will be more centralized to the it will be centralized. So the next thing I'm going to do is to work on the armhole. Remember, we've not shaped our armhole, so we're going to go ahead and shape it at this point. So I'm just trying to arrange all my pieces well. And from the nape of the shoulder, from the beginning of the fabric, I'm going down by 8 inches for our armhole, and I'll go ahead and curve this out. So you see that 1.5 inches I told you that I left out after the yoke. Hope you can see it now. So the reason for it is that the yoke, it will not be so that the bust measurement to accommodate the bust measurements. I don't know how to explain this, just that the yoke and the bust measurement are not the same. So once I trim that off and our armhole, I'll go ahead. We are going to go ahead and cut out our sleeve cap. And for this, I'm just tracing the sleeve where I want it to end, the sleeve cap I want it to end. And then once I get that, I'll make a mark there. And then I'm going to measure how wide I want the cap to be. And for this, I am marking at 2.5 inches, and then I'll go ahead and connect this point and the point I made where I want the sleeve to be. So this point, these two points are supposed to be a straight slanted curve, or a straight slanted connection. It's not supposed to be curved just like I did, but just try to make yours straight. So I transferred it to another fabric, and at that shoulder area I added allowance for it because I wanted to plait it. This allowance is supposed to be just at the shoulder area. I don't know why I extended it all around, but I have to trim it off afterwards. And I have 2 pieces for each sleeve. That's for one for my lining and then one for the other fabric for my main fabric. And I'll go ahead and stitch where you see me showing you guys by 1/2 inch, and I'll do the same thing for the other sleeve. So this is for the bow on the at the front of the front bodies, and for this I have about 18.5 inches, and then for the width of it I have 5 inches. In fact, I can't remember how long it is. I think 18 or 28. So I'll fold this into 2 and then fold this over again, and I'll go ahead and make a curve, a slant there, just to give it a little bit of design. And once I am done with that, I'm going to go ahead and stitch it all the way around, leaving some opening to turn it to the right side. And once I turn it, I'm going to go ahead and top stitch that area that I turned it from. And this is for our sleeve cap. I'll turn it to the right side, and we're going to go ahead and attach it to our fabric, our bodies. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and open our body, and I'm going to pick up one of the sleeve and place it where I want it to begin and then where I want it to start. And for this, for my shoulder, my shoulder line, I am going down by 3 inches on both sides. So I'll go ahead and make a mark there at 3 inches, and then I'll pick up my sleeve, place it there and pin it down. Once I pin this down, I'll go to my sewing machine to stitch it down, and every other excesses that I have, I'm going to plait it into the shoulder line, and I'll do the same thing for the other sleeve. So this is it after I was done. We're going to go ahead and work on our seam side and work on the rough edges at that armhole. So I'm going to be using a bias stripe to cover this. If I have a black one, I think I would have preferred it, but I don't have, so I'll be using this. So I'll stitch all the way around, then turn it to the other side and then stitch it down. So this is our fabric. We are done. We are going to go ahead and make a bow, and for this I'm not going to talk, just look at the video, you understand what I am trying to do. I don't know how to explain this. It's just a simple knot that you make, and that's it for this bow. There's nothing serious about it. Just use your hand and adjust it the way you want it and attach it to wherever you want to attach it. So for the bodies, we'll continue with that. You can see I'm done stitching the rough edges at the armhole, and I'm going to go ahead and work on the same side. And for this, I'm going to be stitching at 1 inch all the way from the beginning to the end, and also at the other side of it. So this is it after I was done stitching. We're going to go ahead and work on our zipper. So I'll close it and then attach our zipper, and we'll go ahead and hem it as well. So this is it, the gown after everything. I'm going to go ahead and attach this bow at the center area, and that's all for this style. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please don't skip my ads. Share my videos to family and friends. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.